Hey everyone, welcome back. This video is going to be about uploading and managing products in the Merchant 23 Sellers Portal. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It's very straightforward. At this point, I'm assuming you have an account, so you're going to go ahead and click the Sell button. I'm already logged in, so it brought me right into my account. So you should generally be auto-saved. Your information, depending on your computer, will be auto-saved, and you'll be able to get access in and out of your dashboard pretty quick and easy. At this point, we're going to talk about managing products. So you're going to click on the Manage Products. I've put in a test product to view. So the main functions are this. You're going to have a search capability where you're going to be able to search your products. Like if I wanted to find Jacob, wine, if I can spell my own name, Jacob Wines, I click here, and it would pull up the option I have, which is only, the one wine that's in there. If you have multiple wines, it will help you sift through them all so that you can find what you're looking for. And you can search by product name, by varietal, and by region or AVA. The next function, adding a product. Straightforward. Click the button in the top right-hand corner. You're going to have the option of these four selections: wine, spirit, beer, or other. You are going to be, we've made this very as user-friendly as possible and added a bunch of these information links into the places where we felt people had the most questions. So green efforts, of course, if you're biodynamic, natural, or sustainable. Those are kind of buzzwords people are interested in right now. Your case, your bottle sizes per case, closure type, cola numbers, UPC codes if you have them, SCC if you have them. But the most important thing is when you're actually writing the details, actually I don't want to say the most important thing, but a very important thing is making sure that your wine story is told well, because as you're going to see in the next step, your product is going to be, you're going to have your own page in the Merchant 23 system, and there's going to be an ability for you to really kind of showcase who you are and what your wine's about. So make sure you got some good copy and content there. This internal note is also important. This is just for us inside. If there's something specific that you'd like us to know, like, hey, Jacob, this is a closeout. If anybody comes and wants to know more about closeouts, or if you have anybody, let them know that this product is up for negotiations. Or if you are, whatever the case may be, we can, anything that you think would be important for us to know at Merchant 23, that's where this information would go right here. And it's not shown on the marketplace. It's for internal use only. The other thing too is that when you're working in Merchant 23, people ask a lot about pricing. You're always going to put your FOB pricing here. FOB is generally, not always, but generally 50% of the retail price. So if you have a $200 retail case price, you'd put your $200 here, and then you put your $100 here. And then what would happen is we're going to calculate you a new wholesale price based on the cost of doing business into a particular state. So I will show you the product that I have already uploaded, and then we can take a look at those numbers. Your images, pretty straightforward. Select the file. This is also important. Do not overlook this option, because this is kind of how your product is tagged on the marketplace. So if you have 90 to 94 point rated or 95 plus rated, choose one, because people are going to be able to select those options when they're looking for products. If you're a red wine, what type of red wine? If you're a white wine, what type? Others, sake or a Shiners or whatever it is that may be. Your region, we give you just few general regions. And then a publication. So if you did get a 90 or 94 point wine, what publication would you be in? Let's go ahead and take a look at a product that I have already entered as a test product. This is important to know too. These three buttons on the right-hand side of your product is where the majority of your options are going to be. Once your product's been approved in the system, you'll have the option to preview it. Everybody always asks, how do I know about my pricing? This is kind of what your product page in the Merchant 23 marketplace up here, what it looks like. So this is what retailers would see. Right now I've got 299 cases of the Jacob Winery Chardonnay. So I have it configured in 6-packs. So you'll see case of 6 here. So 1 to 55 cases, which is a half pallet. you have a $92 landed price, $92.60. 56 plus cases landed, we get a price break because of the shipping drops down that your landed price by a factor of whatever that may be per case. Let's see, if it was 92, then the difference would be the $9, I guess, there. The other thing is you have an FOB. People always ask, why do we have an FOB? Why do we have a new FOB? We do have a lot of retailers that have their own supply chain and have their own clearing distributors that kind of want to have an idea of what the products on Merchant 23 would be if they were to pick up or have their own wholesalers pick up and clear the products into the state. Kind of like Total Wine & More. If you do a deal with them, you're going to get, they're going to give you, they're going to buy the wine directly from you, and then they're going to use Deutsch or one of their clearing distributors to bring the product through their own supply chain, and they want to know the best possible price they can pick the wine up from you at. That's the reason why we keep an FOB, because a lot of the retailers have asked for it. Coming down here, you're going to have all of the kind of the general information. You will also be able to see, retailers will be able to see what an idea of a profit margin would be. So we have on 1 to 55 cases, the suggested retail of this product is $50 a bottle or $300 a case. But you could see that we've got, obviously some great margins in these products. If we're selling retail at $300 a case of a 6-pack, now people are looking at this going, wow, if I buy a half pallet, I'm going to get 69% based on the return, based on the SRP of the bottle, or 72% if I buy a half pallet or more. Or if I pick it up FOB, I can even make 77% margin. That's more than 100% markup. So retailers will be looking at these things and assessing how profitable the products on Merchant 23 can make them. They'll also be able to see like products if they're interested. This is kind of dummy setup. But they also have the opportunity to pull off a tech sheet. If they wanted a tech sheet, of course, this doesn't have a bunch of information. I didn't put the wine story scores or accolades, but they'll have a little generic tech sheet that they could print out that would give them a label image, the basic information of how the product's configured, and like the cases, the milliliters, the alcohol beverage, the region, the AVA, and then the wine story and scores of accolades if applicable. So that's all that you will see. Let's go out of here one more time. Go back into our products. The other thing is that at any time, if you want to edit something or change, if a product becomes available in another state, or if you add distribution, or if you sold a bunch of product and you want to change the quantity available or anything like that, it's up to you to really kind of manage this aspect of your portal. So here's all the information. If you ever wanted to update anything, you just do that, click the submit button, and then it'll update the system so that you're ready to go. And it'll give you an overview of the changes that you've made, and then you can either go to upload another product, or you can go back to your dashboard. So that's pretty much everything that we have on managing a product. The only other thing that I would say is being able to delete a product. It's very straightforward. Click the delete button and you're out of there. Let me know if you have any questions about managing products on Merchant 23. As always, like us, subscribe to our content. We only put out information that we think is useful and that can help you as a winery, importer, distillery, brewery, create a competitive advantage and sell more products. I look forward to working with you guys, and thanks so much. Bye-bye.